All right, hello everyone. I'm so happy to be here and to present this little practice we're going to do right now. And actually all you need is a chair. If you have your mat out, that's great. You can place a chair on your mat. That's really all we need. So this practice, when I thought about what am I going to do, I was thinking really about a practice that's accessible for almost everyone. So the people who have difficulty going to the floor and coming up, using a chair is quite well. And then the other thing is also be less intimidating for beginners. So this is a really good starting point. And then in practices in the studio, we have other classes where we go to the floor, we do more standing, just depending on the different levels of fitness and ability to move up and down from the floor. All right, so let's get started. So find a comfortable seat in your chair. If you don't have a chair, like anywhere else you're seated is fine. If the surface is a little bit more stable, so less cushiony is usually preferable. But really anywhere is an opportunity to practice. And then take a moment here. Feel your feet rooting down, your feet touching the floor. Feel your seat sitting. Notice where your hands are. You could have them palms facing up or palms facing down. And soften your gaze. At least for the next couple minutes, maybe even close your eyes. And closing the eyes helps to turn attention inward. And that's where we're going. Creating awareness and going a little deeper. So with the gaze soft or eyes closed, just noticing sensations in your body. Maybe starting by all the points where your body touches something. The feet, the seat, the hands. And then noticing the air in your skin. The surface sensations. And then any sensations that are present a little deeper in the body. And then beginning to tune into your breath. Observing the breath moving in and out of your body. And then notice if you're breathing through your nose or your mouth. So traditionally in yoga, we try to breathe through the nose only. If this isn't possible for any reason for you, it's fine to continue breathing as you are, but I'd suggest like trying to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose with awareness. And then let's bring one hand onto your belly, and like say around the belly button area, and then finding your lower ribs on one side. And then come back to your breath. And notice the areas that are moving with your breath. Is your belly moving more? Is your rib cage moving more? Are they both moving pretty evenly? Are they not moving at all? And then beginning to deepen the breath a little bit more, drawing the breath in through the nose and trying to expand through the belly and through the rib cage equally. It's like you're moving out in the inhales and the exhales, gently drawing the navel in and up, and feel that lengthening of your spine. The inhale is a broadening movement. You can even imagine like a sphere of light, of a sensation moving all the way to your fingertips and toe tips. And on the exhale, feel it moving back to your core, to your center, drawing the navel in slightly. Breathing in and out through the nose. Beautiful. And then bringing your attention back to your feet. Notice if you have lost that attention. While at the same time maintaining this breath. So this breath is the underlying practice. Whatever you do with your movement, and if you choose to not move at all, see if you can maintain this breath. And then here, just wiggle your toes for a moment. Spreading the toes, trying to make a fist with the toes. See if you can get a little space in there between them. And then relaxing the toes again. And just taking a couple breaths to notice the sensation. And we will stop after each pose to feel the effect of the pose. So that's part of the practice, is creating this awareness of movement within the body. And then we're inhaling, lifting the heels up, coming onto the toes. And on your exhale, come onto your heels and lift the front of your feet, so coming onto your heels here. And then inhale, rolling back onto the toes. Exhale, flexing the feet. Couple more times with your breath. So we're layering the movement onto the breath. Rhythmic breath, rhythmic movement. Good. And then bringing the feet flat again. Take a moment, a breath or two. Feel into your feet. Maybe even closing the eyes for that moment of checking in to the feet of the part we're just moving. And then we're rolling on the inhales, the legs open. The knees can fall apart and try to come onto the outer edges of your feet. And on your exhale, you can knock your knees together and lift the outer edges of your feet. So inhale, opening up. Exhale, bringing together. Couple more times with your breath. Good. And then coming back to neutral, and again, noticing sensation. Left leg, right leg. And then we're walking. So we're walking seated. So we'll lift one leg up, inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up. Try to keep your chest lifted when you do that. And move in rhythm with your breath. You can hold the chair behind you, helping you to lift the chest a little bit more. So inhale, lifts the leg. Exhale, brings it down. Again, going in the rhythm with your breath here. And then when you feel about even, come back to neutral, to just sitting here and feeling, breathing. Then we extend one leg forward. Doesn't matter which, we will do both. I hope you can see my foot in the screen. Just go back a little here. Flexing your foot, and you could lift your legs up for a little bit more engagement in the core. You can bring your hand behind you to lift up. And then point and flex your foot here with your breath again. Always moving with the breath. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. And the heel could be down or in the air. And now we're adding circles with the ankles. Imagine you're drawing circles with your big toe into the room. Going both directions a couple times. And then setting that leg down, keep the foot slightly flexed, lift up. Feel the sensation. And then bring the foot in. And then we switch sides. Extend the other leg, reaching through your heel here, and foot on the floor or slightly lifted. Keep the chest lifted, keep breathing. And then add the point and flex. So pointing on the inhales, exhale, flexing. And then adding your circles. And even the circles, try to maintain your breath awareness. And then bringing the foot back down one more time. Slide it in, and again. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel your feet, your calves, your thighs. Feel the breath in the inhale. Expansiveness all the way to the fingertips, the toe tips. On the exhale, feel it drawing back in and lengthening the spine. Now from here, bring your hands on your knees. And then on the exhale, we're rounding the back, drawing the belly in, tucking the chin, looking towards your thighs for a seated cat pose. On your inhale, you're arching through your upper back, tilting the hips slightly forward. Looking forward, don't drop your head back. So we don't want to shorten this area. We just want length in the front while maintaining a healthy length in the back. And then again, exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching, moving in and out of the seated cat-cow. Good. And then coming back to neutral. Now let your arms just hang by your side. Maybe notice if your hands are hanging in front of you, they turned in. Just where are they in space here? And can you sit a little bit more upright? So your arms hang next to your hips. And then on the inhalations, we just start to roll the arm open from the shoulder. So not just from your lower arm, but think about opening from here on the inhalations. You can spread the fingers. And then on your exhalations, rolling it in from the shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale, roll in. And the nice thing here, we can add on. So depending on how this area feels, you can start to lift the arms a little higher, palms facing the ceiling. Exhale, bring it back down. And you can stop at any level here, and level of height, I mean, and just stay where it feels the most comfortable. We don't have to move into discomfort for this to work. You're just moving with the breath. And if you feel free in your shoulders and it feels okay, you can reach your arms all the way up and exhale them all the way down. All right. And then wherever your arms up, maybe they're up here, maybe they're lower, open and close your hands a couple times with your breath, spreading your fingers, making fists. And then with the fists, rotate your wrists a couple times each direction. And even here, pay attention to your breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Good. And then exhale, slowly allow your arms to come down and feel. Feel the sensation in your fingertips, arms, shoulders, neck. And now we inhale, rolling the shoulders up towards the ears a little bit and then roll them back and down. Just about 2 more times. Inhale, roll your shoulders up and back. And 1 more. And then let your arms either hang, if that feels okay, or you can rest them, palms up or down. Then inhale here, and on your exhale, look over your right shoulder. Try to turn your head so your chin stays level to the floor. On your exhale, bring your head back to center. Inhale, look over your other shoulder. Exhale it back to center. Inhale, look up. Again, trying not to tilt the head back, more lengthening. Exhale brings you back to center. Inhale, tuck your chin, keep your chest lifted. And exhale back to center. We do 2 more rounds of this. So we inhale, move away from the center. Exhale, always back to center. Other side, inhale. Exhale to center. Looking up on a breath to the center and down. And do 1 more round with your own breath here. Really taking the time to move with breath. Don't have to speed this up. And whenever you're done with your last round, no need to rush. Just stay with your head over your shoulders. Close your eyes and notice sensations. The throat, the neck. Maybe you feel the need to swallow. And notice that. Maybe you feel it next to your ears. I'm just checking in, feeling sensation within the body. Feeling your breath. Breathing from the center out to the periphery, top of the head, to the fingertips, to the toes. And your exhale, bring it back to your center. Yeah. Now from here, we're walking the feet wide. Make sure you're really close to the edge of the chair, but you're not tipping forward, so it's pretty stable, and you're not dropping off. And you can hold the chair on the sides. You can lean back a little bit more. If your chair has arms, you can hold those. If you have to bend your elbows, try to kind of bring the elbows in a little bit. It's actually a nice practice too. And then we inhale here, and on your exhale, let's drop the knees to one side, turn the head to the opposite side, and then take a breath here. And then exhale, move your knees to the other side, turn your head to the opposite side again, and take a breath in here. Expansive breath, right? On your exhale, move. And keep going. Staying for your inhalations, really feel that broadening, and then feel that movement, that space on your exhalations when you move. Couple more rounds like that. And then coming back to center here, bring the feet closer together, and then we cross one thigh over the other. I'm going to mirror you, so let's do our left thigh over. If you or people you work with, this is not always feasible for a lot of reasons, right? So you could cross the foot in front. If you do that, you might want to try to actively hug the legs together. So this is still creating some strength here, some subtle strength. And then we inhale, open the arms up. And again, if this feels too much, stay here, or like any variation of that. They're all valid. And then on your exhalation, give yourself a hug with your left hand. So knee and arm are closer towards each other on the bottom. And then inhale, open up. Do that a couple times. Give yourself a hug on your exhale, like you mean it. And inhale, open up. Expansive breath, exhale, hugging it in. And the next time you're hugging in, stay here, keep breathing. And then lift and lower your elbows. You can really squeeze in a little bit. Inhale, lifting up. You can round it a little bit, tucking your chin in too if you like. That feels okay on your back. Inhale, lifting. Maybe even touching your elbows down. Good. And then on the next inhalation, we're letting it open again. We bring the feet apart, reaching. If it feels safe to you, you could extend your legs, flex your feet, really reach out in all directions. Inhale, feel that openness. Exhale, feel that flow back to the heart. And then we bring the legs back in, hands back down. We take a moment here. And then we do the other side. So again, option to cross in front or over like this. Sitting upright. Inhale, open the arm up in any position here. And then exhale, give yourself a hug. This time with the right arm closer to the right leg. Inhale, open. Exhale, hugging with your own breath. And then last hug. Stay in that hug. Breathe. And then begin to lower and lift your elbows. Inhale, lift, exhale, maybe curling in a little bit if you like, and then inhale, come up. But moving with the breath, even here. Do that all the time through. Good. And then next inhale, open up again. One more time. And the legs up wide, come onto your heels if it feels safe, reach your arms up, breathe here. Feel that. Inhale to the toes, to the fingertips, to the head. Exhale, all that movement back to the heart. And then exhale, bring your feet together. And then we come up to standing for a moment. Maybe take a moment here, notice how you feel. Which parts of the body are feeling maybe bigger, more life, maybe warmer, maybe cooler, or any kind of sensation really you feel here. And notice if there's a little difference from when we began. And then we come up to standing. And I'm just turning the chair over this way. If you happen to be very flexible, that's fine. You could use this chair seat. But I like to use the back of the chair because it allows for a little bit better alignment. And then just coming onto your feet and leaning a little bit back into the heels, engaging the core a little. Can also, for balance, use a wall here. And then come back to that. I'm going to turn around so you can see that better. Coming back to that inhale, lifting arms, exhale, bringing them down. And again, they could be here, they could be down here. They come all the way up. Just the inhale lifts, the exhale brings it down. And now we add the feet. So on the inhale, you can lift your heels and then come back down. And for stability, you would just use a wall on one side and then do it a couple times here. And then you would turn around and do it with the other arm. Trying to coordinate your arm movement and your feet, lifting and lowering. Good. And then when you feel even, again, come for a moment, stand in this mountain pose. Again, feeling the breath. You inhale, moving in all directions, broadening, extending. And the exhale, feel everything flowing back to the heart. Good. And then we draw the belly in, find your hip creases, not your waist, your hip creases, and then tilt a little bit. I'm going to turn again. Knees are slightly bent, tilting from the hips, being the belly nice and firm, and the chest lifted. From here, actually inhale, open your arms up for a moment, and then exhale, close them. See if you can bring your elbows towards each other. You don't have to touch, but that's the direction, tucking the chin in. And now we're adding movement from here. Inhale, straightening the legs, open the arms. Maybe lean a little back. Exhale, draw the navel in, bring the elbows together, tuck the chin in. It's like a full body cat-cow here. Standing cat-cow. Moving with your breath. Good. And then one more time, inhale. And then stay in this position for a couple rounds of breath. Leaning a little bit more in your heels, not falling backwards too much, but feeling that space. Breathing in and out. Again, the arms could be any position. And then on the next exhale, allow your arms to come down. And soft gaze or eyes closed if you feel stable. Notice sensation flowing through the body, moving in the body. Notice your breath. And then to wrap this practice up, I'm going to sit back down. Now, if you have a mat and if you want to lay down for a moment, you totally can do that. You could bring your feet on the chair to elevate that a little bit. You feel really nice. And then coming you're choosing to sit, coming into this position where we started. Softening the gaze, closing the eyes, and feeling back into the body and noticing, has anything changed? Do you feel different sensations? How's your breath flowing? Drawing the breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And just for a couple more rounds of breath, coming back to that breathing pattern. You imagine you breathing out, the fingertips, the head, the seat, the feet, and then exhale everything back to your heart. And then bringing your hands to your heart, either in front of your heart or touching the heart space with the palms down. And continue that breath. And then think about one thing you are grateful for today. And with that gratitude in your heart and in your mind, let's take one more breath in together as a group. And letting it go. And I thank you. Thank yourself and everyone joining in around you in spirit and virtually for participating in this practice. Namaste. Thank you very much.